Well, we'd like this. We're with the Long Range Small Business Week Committee, and I'm Ray Miller, and we have Simone Mercer and Ian McDonald. And today we're having an interview with Carl Dymond. We'd like to welcome Carl Dymond. Thank you so much for doing this, and happy Small Business Week.
Thank you so much.
It's great that you could do this. It's great that you were a partner with Small Business Week as well, too. First question, how and when did you start your business?
I started my business in August of 2016. I did the day before I retired from the military. So I have to do something tomorrow. What is it I'm going to be doing? So I started my business in that way. I took my last $200, didn't tell my wife, and I bought an incorporation license from Corporations Canada, and then I ate craft dinner for the next month.
Wow. Good stuff.
Hard times, yeah.
It was.
That's good though.
Yeah. So why did you choose Stephenville?
I saw a video on the Smithsonian channel, Canada Over the Edge. And I was walking up and downstairs to get some juice for my daughter. I look over at the screen and there's these sun rays coming through the clouds over at Stephenville Airport. I was like, my God, that's majestic. And then it said, posting a 10,000-foot runway. And I was like, I need a 10,000-foot runway. Okay, so I went hit rewind, backed up a little bit, and said, Stephenville, Newfoundland. I've been there. I've drove through there. I've been on Carolina Avenue. I need this airport. So I contacted Minister Parsons right away while the show was still on. Said, I need to talk to you about moving into Stephenville. Can you help? And he set me up with Mayor Rose within 15, 20 minutes. I think we're making a deal. Yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff.
That is awesome. Yeah. What are your plans for the area?
My goal is to maintain the civil aviation component to the airport, but we also want to build our drones there. And our drones are, really big. They're 149-foot wingspan, 104 feet in length, 38 feet tall.
Wow.
We can carry 52,000 pounds in our drones. That's usually two 20-foot sea containers, one 40-foot. And if we really push it and push the chairs back out of the way, we can probably fit a 53-foot inside. So our goal is to be able to create these drones at the airport, to be able to fly these out, to be able to use Stephenville as a hub to resupply, northern communities, reduce the cost of living in the north, really give the food sovereignty, food security to Indigenous people up north.
Oh, that's tremendous. Yeah,
That's amazing.
that is.
So I have a couple questions now, if you don't mind. So what is happening with the airport right now? Like, what are your timelines?
Well, right now, we're finishing the due diligence on the airport. There's a couple of things there in the airport's past that we're trying to reconcile right now. Nothing too major. Just have to make sure that there's no liens or super liens on the airport from other creditors from way back. Just making sure we have the right airport board in place moving forward, because they're going to expand from 7 to 14 members. Then make sure Transport Canada is okay with what we're doing on there. We're getting a lighting project being sponsored by ACAP, working closely with Transport Canada, as we are the only privately owned ACAO class airport in Canada. So we have to make sure all of our ducks are in a row regulatory wise. And then just building the airport back up to what it used to be, negotiating with the airlines now, being able to make sure that we can provide passenger service, but having the airlines come in, we also have to put bums in seats. So that's really important for us, is to be able to build it logically, strategically, and scalably. Right now, we have some of our dynamic air shelters on the airport in crates, ready to be installed. So that's going to be our first hangars. We have an airline coming in November, able to resupply some of the mining operations in Port aux Basques. And then we have a couple of major airlines scheduled for, with schedule service, for April of next year.
Exciting. Yep.
It is very exciting.
So within the area, what kind of skills, trades that are you looking for?
Honestly, everything. We need millwrights, we need welders, we need carpenters, we need aerospace engineers and designers and technicians. The former three or the latter three of those have to be brought in. There are some people in the area that do have that skill set already that we're looking to tap into. They know who they are. We've been in contact with them. We're also looking to work with Kean and MUN, CNA, and all the local schools and colleges from mainland and down in Newfoundland sort of get some courses in right now to be able to train people over the next couple of years as we build out the manufacturing branch. As we bring commercial aviation in, we have to be able to ramp agents, fuel specialists, aviation engineers, designers, technicians, and even having people to build the infrastructure for those, which we need the carpenters, the millwrights, and the welders and stuff for. So a bit of everything. We're building a community entirely. So that's well, expanding on a wonderful community as it is. So we just want to have all of our ducks in a row with regards to jobs, make sure that we build this airport sustainably, logically, strategically.
Excellent. You've answered a part of this already, but where can people find the job postings and where do you plan on finding your employees?
So right now we got a website that we're starting. We have a local gentleman, Sterling Tolkien, in town right now who's building our website for us. Thank you, Ray, for the introduction. So we're building stiajobs.com and .ca where we're going to be posting our statements of work, levels of effort, all that stuff where people can go and apply on a link within the website. And we also have jobs@dymond.ca as our jobs email right now. We're trying to get everything set up so that we can start putting these job postings on by late November, early December, starting in the new year.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Awesome.
And
Good
it
stuff.
is. I have one more question for you before Ian takes over. What kind of support businesses do you think you will need in the area?
Almost everything. Like I said, we're building a bigger community. So for us, we need the restaurants, we need the retail, we need the local infrastructure that we get from the town. Looking to put a new fire hall in. We're going to need people coming in. We're going to need firefighters. We're recruiting those actively. I think the town right now is actively recruiting a new fire chief. We have a great fire chief on the airport with Dymond there and Mr. O'Quinn, fantastic individual. We're looking to just expand this, but for us to bring in Ryokan to set up the Boston Pizzas and the Old Navies and all that kind of stuff, we need everyone as a community effort to be able to show Stephenville what we're really made of there. And so that's small, medium, and large businesses to have to come in, but that's an ecosystem that we're looking to help build, help foster. My goal is to help the people of Stephenville. And I know a lot of people say a big company only cares about profits. I made my profits. Now I want to give back to the community. So building this out the right way, giving thriving wages instead of living wages, that's what I want to do. So that takes a community, that takes a village, that takes an ecosystem to build. And that's what I want to do.
That is
Awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
We're all service providers here.
Yeah.
That's our full-time positions. And
That's
we
right.
help businesses get started. We help businesses expand, that type of thing. We provide support and grants and training and all that sort of stuff. So I understand what you're saying totally. It's not always about the money. It's about giving back.
I made enough money to last me a lifetime. So now it's like, do I need to have 3 billion or 300 billion or 3 trillion? I don't care.
You're
You know
just
what I mean?
numbers now.
Honestly, they're just numbers. And right now, obviously, this takes money to get started. Happy to put my own money up front to do that. Meeting with the premier this morning, he said, "What do you need from me?" I was like, "I don't need your money, first off. I think enough people have taken enough money from the people of Newfoundland and Labrador the last 50 years, 60, 70 years. I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking to build a sustainable ecosystem that fosters ingenuity, innovation, and from there you have strong community backing it up."
Yeah, most definitely. I think that's a great plan. Really good plan. So next up, you touched on this already. What's the progress regarding, commercial airlines? How many have you reached out to? What's the timelines regarding the airlines themselves?
So we have 8 airlines we've reached out to, all the major players, including the ultra low cost carriers. We've been in negotiation with them. Some are ready to announce the next couple of weeks. Some are ready to announce closer to Christmas. Our worry is that if we announce too early, people are going to go on their websites and be disappointed when it's not ready on the website.
There.
So we're trying to manage the expectations of the community.
Yep.
We're negotiating. We're making sure that what we're getting is a good deal. We've had airlines before that have cost the town close to $100,000 a year to come in to do marketing. We want to make sure that these airlines coming in are respecting where we are as a community, as at an airport. We're not taking a loss to get their business. We're not there to make these airlines money. You have to make money to be here, but there should be a fair and equitable way in which the town makes as much money off the airlines as the airlines do.
Fair enough. That's good. Really good. The next one, I know you touched on this in another interview. There are a lot of skeptics, as you know, conspiracy theorists, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
What do you have to say to those
Yeah.
people?
Honestly, they're just noise. There's someone who said that the only people complain about you are the ones that are not doing better than you. And for me, it's like, if you're complaining about me, it's because you're not competing with me.
Mm.
So, let those people think I'm not a Chinese spy. I'm not Chinese. I respect my Asian friends very well, but I said I'm not a member of the Communist Party.
Yeah.
We're in concentration camps. We're not forced vaccinating people.
All right.
We're just doing good work, and that's how we look at it. So it's I look at those people as just noise, and
They are.
so be it. Whatever it is that they do, that's their own thing. But like I said, you don't hear people are doing better than you complain about you.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly.
Great answer. Great answer. Bring it back to the small business and the startups and stuff like that. Did you avail to any of the small business supports during your startup phase?
I did not. I didn't know how, and I didn't have the support
Yeah.
that small businesses have in Stephenville area with you guys. And I just bootstrapped it myself. I didn't know what to do because of my past. I was afraid to make a resume because I didn't know what was classified and what wasn't. I didn't know what to say. So I worked my way out through and just did the best I could with what I had. Every cent I made went back into the business. So I only take a small salary because I have to have a T4, but I'm not sure exactly how to look for investors and look for government funding. And the first time I reached out to BDC, the first thing you have to have matching funds. Well, I don't have those, so I guess I'm out.
Mm.
That was very discouraging for me at first. So
Yeah.
I said, I won't be asking for government money ever again.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, the very last question. So what advice would you give to a small business starting up?
Put your anxiety and your fears aside. Put yourself out there. I have anxiety. I have mental health issues. What I did is I sucked it up and I shook hands with the right people at the right events, put myself out there. Even now, I still have severe social anxiety. I try to keep a cool, calm demeanor. It's not always the case. I'm usually dying inside. But what I do is I try to just go out and I said, if I don't shake his hand and he would have said yes to me, or she would have said yes to me, what do? I met with Lieutenant Governor of Newfoundland today. We're kindred spirits in how we get along. And now we're sponsoring a big community garden for her at Government House. So that initiative, I wouldn't have got that if Kevin Aylward didn't introduce me to her today. I have a lot of anxiety going in there because the military protocol was my thing. So it's and I spoke to the Portugal Chamber of Commerce yesterday, and I said, putting yourself out there, putting your anxiety aside for just a second, taking a chance. The worst they can say is no, and then at least you can say, I tried. I did that with a lot of millionaires and billionaires in Ottawa, and I got a lot of good backing from them because they see the passion that I'm not looking for a handout. I'm not looking for a loan of $1,000 to pay my mortgage. I'm looking for some solid advice from some proven individuals who can give me the next leg up. And that's the only growth from there. So any advice is, please try your best. And, it only takes someone saying yes to give you that little bit of motivation to move on.
That's awesome.
That's-
That's some great advice.
It's good advice. Yeah, for
Very
sure.
good.
So that's
So much.
everything for us. Unless you have something to say, we would like to thank you very much for participating in this video. And we also would like to thank the Bay St. George Kinsmen because they're the ones that have sponsored this video for us for Small Business Week. So thank you.
Yeah. Do you
So
have
much.
anything you'd like to say? Like besides everything else you've already said?
Yeah, no, it's I want people to measure their success not in dollars, but in the impact they make. Like for me, success is I have a house. Some people call it modest. That's okay. It's what my kids call home, and that's all that matters to me.
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
Yours. So,
But you have a house, I have kids that are happy, healthy, and well fed. They go to school with a full lunchbox. They go to bed and they give me a kiss goodnight every night. And then they wake up smiling. For me, that's success. It's not making, 2 billion a year or this year or that a year. I have a strong and happy employees, and it's an ecosystem where we all work together in a collaborative way. So it's success is not based on how much money you have in the account. It's how many people are following you and how many people are inspired by you. That's what I think is a big success for us. So I hope people take that and look at it and say, I'm happy in what I'm doing. I'm making a difference. I'm working ethically and I'm working morally and I'm doing good in the world. It's important.
Oh,
That's-
definitely,
I
definitely.
think that's for everyone, not just small business owners.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's for sure helps small business owners, so I hope.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
so thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you
we
very
wanna
much.
Thank you so much. This was fantastic. We really enjoy it. And I mean, we are so excited to see what's going to happen in Stephenville in the near future. We want
Oh
to
my
see it
goodness.
prosper. So
It's going to blow your minds, I tell you. It's, the things that we're doing. It's,
that would be awesome. That would be totally
Yeah.
awesome. So
my goal is to be the second biggest city in Newfoundland. So
That would be
We'll see.
awesome.
that comes with a lot of responsibility, sure, but
Yeah.
we have a plan to do that.
Well, you can't do it
Wherever-
unless you start doing it. So
Yeah.
That's
that's
right.
it.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
take the first
Now
step.
it's getting everything into place. There's so many moving parts. It's like we have 20 balls in the air at once and they all have to land in the one basket sequentially. So we're
Right.
trying to make sure that all these things, it's almost like when you're cooking, you're not going to put on your potato at the same time as your steak, same time as your carrots, because they all have different cooking times. So we
Right.
started this in April. We put all these things in motion. So they all come together September 9th for the announcement, which they did. And now it's getting all the infrastructure that was promised as we move in. Right now, Jersey barriers are our hardest thing to get, and we need Jersey barriers for the airport. So now we have to wait for them to be manufactured
Mm.
because we had them before, the deal fell through. Now we're getting them from New Jersey. Fair enough.
Jersey barriers
in
from
New
New
Jersey.
Jersey.
It's cheaper for us to get them put on a barge in New Jersey and shipped up here than it is to buy local because they don't have the right sizes that we need.
Wow.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
those things that are always the issue for us. Supply chain will always be. We try to mitigate that maybe 75 to 80% right now. So we're at the capacity we need. We're just waiting on these little tiny one-offs here and there to make things happen. So
Good
I'm
stuff.
very excited for what we're doing. We have good people in that community and surrounding area. We're just skeptics, man. Skeptics are skeptics.
They're always
Yeah.
gonna be
It's
there.
always going to be there. Yeah.
They always go quiet when stuff happens, though. 'Cause then
Yeah.
we don't look like
Good
the
thing.
superstars anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
good stuff.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, I'll end the recording now.
Yeah.
So again, thanks a lot. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day.
Thank you
And
so much, guys.
like you said,
Yeah.
thanks to the Kinsmen as well.
And thanks to the
Absolutely.
Kinsmen
Thank you
as
to the
well.
Kinsmen.
Happy Small
Appreciate it.
Business Week.
Yeah.
Happy Small Business Week, everyone. Thank you.